Good morning, everybody. And as we approach daylight savings time, for those of us who do it, this is the time when I get grumpy because I have just had enough sunlight in the morning to enjoy my morning. And they're going to take it away from me and make me get up in the dark again. Although I do get up in the dark, the sunlight comes at just the right time for me. So now I'm going to lose my hour for a couple weeks. So I am so sorry out there. I'm telling you in advance. I will be grumpy because I'm not getting enough time in the morning. And I'm a morning person. In the evening, fine. It's light into the evening. Great. That doesn't really matter to me. I am so sorry. So, um, I thought I'd go back to this idea of is when is enough enough? And last time we talked about relationships. This time we're going to talk about is when is enough enough? And we came up with this booklet, this guide, because um, when you start this journey, going on this journey of dementia, you think, oh, yeah, okay, well, just a few reminders. Put the whiteboard up. Oh, yeah, we got to create a schedule. Oh, yeah, managing the money. Oh, yeah, I call the insurance. Okay, got to set the appointments up. And then it gets to be a little more, and then a little more. And now I've got to, figure out how to, oh, what about the car? How are we going to do that? Oh, what about okay, dressing? Oh, wow. Okay, now we got toileting. Oh, we've got eating. Now we've got, and before you sometimes even know it, you look back and you go, wow, my plate is pretty loaded. I mean, this is a lot of stuff. I'm doing more and more to support a second human being's balance and my own. So, do I have enough to get through this whole journey? And we talk a lot about how don't try to do this, like in just a duo. Do this as a triad or build a team so you have greater flexibility and options because spreading things around, there's enough. There's more than enough.
More than enough, yeah.
But we get to a point in the journey where we're doing a lot. So I'm going to show you a picture from here because this is like absolutely one of my favorite pictures. Okay. And probably because I do yoga. So,
Yeah.
okay. So, Matthew, look at this picture.
Yeah.
And if we were to take into consideration, we got two partners here,
Hmm.
one who's down there at the base holding things, and the other person is up there in the air, more spiritual, just barely connected to the earth. What if they were to suddenly disappear on us? Because it's done. We're done. All this work, all this positioning, all this holding, all this doing, all this really working as a partnership, really trying to do our very best to get the person's needs met. And so if we were to look, what kind of needs are we talk about five human needs. So you like, if I were to look at the needs, let me go back to the page on needs, because what's nice is we have a lot of different things in here and you sort of build your way up. But the five core needs, let me see if I can get them close enough so y'all could read them. Okay, there we go. How's that, Matthew? Can you get it?
Yeah, we can see that.
Okay,
Intake,
okay.
rhythm of the day,
Uh-huh.
elimination,
Yep.
comfort,
Yep.
and then pain free.
And so you have been doing your very best to make sure your partner has all their needs met. And probably, I'm going to be very honest with you, not worrying so much about your own in that moment. And suddenly they disappear on you. Not by choice, but because the journey's over for them. You did it. But now you start raising the question,
Mm.
did I do enough? Was I enough? When did I not do enough? I've had enough. And then comes the next question. How do I get out of this position I'm in? Because there's nobody there, because this is a balancing position.
Hmm.
I mean, people don't realize, I mean, the only way I can hold that position for as long as I hold it is my partner. And when my partner's not there, it's like, well, what do I do now? And so that idea of needing support through grieving the loss and recognizing Yeah, it was enough. You know what? Whatever it was enough to allow that transition to happen. Was it messy? Maybe. Was it easy? Probably not.
Mm.
Are there pieces that you have to go and figure out now? I mean, what about the other relationships? Because if you did build a team, each of the team members is going through this phenomena, and some of them may have been on the journey a long time with you, and some may have only been there for a few brief moments. And so that sense of, well, if they had jumped, I mean, it gets easy to spiral because what we want to realize is our amygdala in that moment is suddenly aware of unmet need.
Yeah.
And part of my unmet need is, what am I going to do with me now? What am I going to do with all this time? What am I going to do with, how am I going to, like, how do I feed myself when I don't have to worry about feeding someone else? I mean, and so very frequently without the right support, this can spiral.
Mm.
And it's uneven and it's messy and it doesn't look great. So you have to rebuild balance. And one of the things we talk about in the book is, I am enough. This is enough, and we did do enough. And sort of figuring that out, but needing support to work through that frequently, because we question ourselves a lot. So sometimes taking that pause before we get to that final state when our partner is not going to be there, to really reflect on, how will I come out of this posture, this support posture, when I'm no longer needing to be in it?
Mm.
Um, do I have enough connection, bridging back to other situations and other opportunities that I can try, at least try out? What are my unmet needs? What have I let go of for a really long time? What could I maybe take up and do just the tiniest bit of? And it might be enough in that moment, but it serves as a seed,
Yeah.
because things grow when we plant seeds. We're not talking about massive amounts of time or massive amounts of energy. Is it enough, though, to do a tiny planting, to do a little checking out?
Teepa, that right there, that part of, and I know you often say this, that idea of small bites, or what's the tiny seed, and that is often a huge challenge for a lot of folks because I think it's the adage of, we want Disney World built in a day. We want it all to suddenly be okay in a day and done fast, or there's just so much in front of us. It's so hard to see, where do I start? And the permission that it is okay just to take one tiny little bite, just to start in one little place. You do not have to solve everything today. You do
Yep.
not, it is enough that
Yeah.
you just do one little thing at a time. And the difference that makes whenever you are trying to get out of that spiral or out of that hole of, what do I do now that my life has changed as much as it has?
Yeah. And I've got to say, this posture typically you can only hold it for a little bit. I don't want to. I mean, I maybe some people could hold it a really long time. I wouldn't be able to hold it a really long time. Um, and one of the things as we approach the end of the journey that people fail to realize is, sometimes your partner can't leave unless you say enough. It's been enough. You've done enough. I've done enough. It's enough. And that may mean they can't move away from you. You will take a small step away from them. And the number of times people have simply gone to meet a very basic need, grab a
Mm.
cup of coffee so I can stay awake, go to the bathroom because I have to, go out and get a sweater because I'm freezing. And during that moment is when your partner transitions away, because you were just far enough away that they knew you were okay and they could make that step, that leap. And sometimes they want you right there,
Mm.
whichever way it ends up being, recognizing it's enough. It was enough. You were enough. and there's a tomorrow. But you don't need to worry about it yet. Just worry about the next breath. So, for all of you out there, if you need a little bit of help with when is enough enough, maybe something like this might serve as a guide. It might serve as that baby bite of sharing this with someone to start a conversation. Maybe it's an opportunity to glance or gaze at something and just go, yeah, balance. Because it's a lot about balance. Yeah. For those of you in the world, take care of yourselves, take care with your care. And if we can be of service in any way, please let us know. Because sometimes you need a little bit to realize, yeah, good job, well done. You're enough. Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Teepa. Bye, everybody.